Ed Gallagher here, professor of Christian Scripture at Heritage Christian University. I am in the reference room of the library on the campus of Heritage Christian University, the Overton Memorial Library, and I have here in my hand a new book that came out this year, and the library just got it in. It is called An Invitation to Hold. Well, no, that's the subtitle. The title, I don't know what it means. I'm going to have to read the book to figure out what it means. The well that washes what it shows. hmm I can't figure it out. It metaphorical, I suppose. But the subtitle, An Invitation to Holy Scripture. It's written by a fellow named Jonathan Linebaugh. Jonathan A. Linebaugh. And I might have passed over this book, except for the endorsements. The endorsements are impressive. Now, it's published by Erdman's 2025. Let me tell you who Jonathan Linebaugh is. This is according to the back of the book. Serves as Anglican Chair of Divinity and Professor of New Testament and Christian Theology at Beeson. That's Beeson Divinity School, Samford University. That's Birmingham, Alabama. You can see how thick it is. Let's see. The text comes to an end on page 177. There are 8 chapters plus an introduction. The introduction's about as long as a chapter, so basically 9 chapters. The book is structured in 4 sections. Again, it's an invitation to Holy Scripture. Okay, so part 1 is on the Old Testament, part 2 is on the New Testament. They both have 3 chapters apiece, so that's most of the book. And they're just structured according to the sections of the Testament. So, part 1, the Old Testament, you got chapter 1, the law, chapter 2, the prophets, chapter 3, the writings. Part 2, the New Testament, chapter 4, the Gospels, chapter 5, Paul, chapter 6, Hebrews to Revelation. And then part 3 is called a case study, and you've got 1 chapter there, and it's called Paul's letter to the Romans. And that is about a 35-page chapter. That's looks like to me the longest chapter, really by far, I think. Yeah, yeah, longest chapter by far. And then part 4 is called Ministers of the Word, and it only has 1 chapter, chapter 8, called Comfortable Words. I don't know what that means, but I mentioned the endorsement. So let me turn to the beginning of the book. And first of all, I mean, there's probably in the first couple of pages before the title page, it looks like about 15 endorsements, something like that. But let me read some of the names. Wesley Hill is a name I am familiar with. Todd Steele. Here's one that caught my eye. John Barclay. Huh. He's big time New Testament scholar. This is what he says about the book. This book provides an introduction to the Bible that is both crystal clear and theologically profound. He goes on, Linebaugh offers fresh insights throughout and demonstrates brilliantly how the scriptures provide 2 precious and sorely needed gifts: honesty about ourselves and hope for the future in God. All right, interesting. And then the next one, Susan Eastman at Duke, she says, here is pastoral theology at its best, linking the diagnostic and liberating power of the living word with the hurts and hopes of human hearts. Take up and read. Okay. Now remember where this guy teaches. This Jonathan Linebaugh teaches at Beeson at Samford University. Okay. And he got an endorsement from Beverly Roberts Gavinta. Okay. She says, in this slender volume, Linebaugh invites us into a relationship with Scripture, illuminating throughout the relentlessness of human wrong as it encounters the great relentlessness of God's grace. Interesting. Okay. We've also got an endorsement from Simon Gathercole. We've got an endorsement from Alan Jacobs, Amy Peeler. There are a few others on here as well. So, the endorsements. I think I might need to read this book. That sounds very interesting. If you are in the Shoals area, you are free also to come by the library, Overton Memorial Library on the campus of Heritage Christian University, and sign up to check out books from the library and stuff, and use our resources.